Hey y'all, so if you're new to the channel, you're wondering where you stumbled into. You stumbled into Germany. And this channel is about the adventure of breathing life back into this old German farm. Yep, Germany. I'm an American, transplanted here to Germany. So we have been working on this farm now for a couple of years and decided to start a channel and start, you know, making videos about what we do here and what we're doing here. While some of it's going to be homesteading type stuff where, you know, we started installing solar back there, and well, you can see the logs in the pile back there, moving our stuff off, becoming self-sufficient, and making a way of life for ourselves versus somebody making it for us. And yeah, so these are our adventures. So sit tight, buckle up. It's gonna be one heck of a ride. All right, y'all, so where we last left off, we had just started the plumbing. And the good news is, well, I had to check the fire. The good news is the plumbing is done. It has been chaos here. Absolute chaos. So what we've had is a friend coming by doing plumbing, but it's been full speed ahead. No time to film. A lot of side little demolition going on to get everything to that 100%. I mean, let me show you what's going on out here. Even this is crazy. This is all craziness. There's all the pipes we pulled out so far. There is a lot more to go. That is the demo stuff that's come out of walls to send pipes through. So needless to say, yeah, this one's been an adventure. So we didn't get a lot of action footage, and Germans like their privacy, and I can't blame them. I'm not gonna fault them one. It does kind of hinder showing you guys what we're doing, but from here on in, it's all me, except for one step, and that will be the liquid floor leveler that's going to be going in on the floor. That I don't have the time or the desire to do. Plus, it's expensive, so the supplies for that floor leveler is going to be 95% of the cost of having somebody come in and do it for us. So, yeah. You know what I'm thinking. Let them come in, let them do it. Because it's going to be a lot less stress. It's going to be a lot easier if I let them come in and do it. Let me adjust this light. That's a little better. So, what have we gotten done? Let me flip you around. As you can see here, we've gotten, we've actually put a hose bib in, and this is the laundry room. Well, this is what is now the laundry room. It's not going to be, because if you recall, we're going to put the wash machines in that room behind me. But what we did do is we put in a hose bib, and don't mind the drain. The drain, I know it doesn't have P-trap or anything like that. I'm just using this to drain the washer while the washer's sitting here. It's going to be actually in the wall, the drain and everything, because it's going to be a utility sink. At the 11th hour, Mama decided she wanted a utility sink. And it makes sense. This is going to be still like a mud room, an entry room. And it just makes sense to have a place to wash stuff that you don't want to wash in your kitchen sink, right? So then, you know, the idea was, all right, where are we going to put it? We didn't want to put it in the new bathroom. Well, the remodeled bathroom. Because there was an idea to put it there on the wall, because as you see, the toilet is at a 45 and the closet over there will be at a 45. And the idea was, well, maybe put it on that wall. But that would have been a nightmare because there is electrical in that wall and we're not 100% sure where it's at. So we know how that goes if you saw the last video where I hit the wire with the angle grinder. Yeah. But we got all the piping done, as I was saying earlier. So we got the wall cut and we got the sink stub outs done. So everything will be buried inside that wall. Then we also got this, if you look, there's this blue line. That's the tie-in for the warm pump to feed the party room, which is on that side of the bathroom. The washer, it has the little valve for the wash and the drain. Here in Germany, you only have one line to your washers, because the washer itself heats the water if you need warm water for your wash. So only a cold water line required. But all the pipes, they come along here. And I'm going to pause you a second so I can flip the floor up and show you the craziness. All right, so don't know what happened. It's actually like a little more than a day later of me saying I was going to flip this wood up and show you. I sat down to edit last night and the footage wasn't there. I don't know. But anyway, so here we are. And I got the wood flipped up to show you what's going on in here. And like I was saying, as you can see, the big gray line right here is the water in. And then these lines here, don't pay attention to color. Color means nothing. It's not red is hot and blue is cold or anything like that. It's actually the fact that it's all mixed. It's just insulation that you're never going to see, because when we fill this, it's not going to matter, right? But that's all of the lines coming from the manifold in the basement. And it goes, of course, into the bathroom right here. Let me show you. And, you know, as I was saying earlier, there's some going upstairs, some going over to the sink, and one over there for the washing machine. You'll notice it's red. So, as I was saying, color on these pipes doesn't mean anything. Now, if you're doing an exposed installation and everything, I suppose we could go red is hot, blue is cold. But this isn't going to be exposed. So next I'm going to bring you down in the basement, but I got to close this up so that nobody falls in a hole, because unfortunately I had this hole open when we were working on the pipes. And my old boy Denver actually walked through and fell into the hole. Thankfully, he fell on all the insulation that's on the pipes, so he really didn't take any bumps or anything. And we got lucky. But that's the thing with the old dog. He doesn't see, so he didn't know the floor wasn't there. But he didn't get hurt. Everything's good. Thankfully, he just, stepped onto the pipe, and I scooped him up out of the hole, and he was good to go. But that's why I got to get this closed up so I can open the door and we can go through here. All right, so now we got that all covered up. We got our wood back so we can go in the house. Oh, yeah, and since it's been a couple of days, when I showed you that pipe, we've actually filled in behind it with the spray foam, and it actually adhered into the holes. Now we have to trim some of this foam, and it's ready for doing the plaster work on it. So now we'll go down into the basement where I can show you what's going on down there. And, oh, the hot water heater is actually running right now. So, here was the original hot water that fed the party room stuff. And yeah, so that actually goes from here up along this ceiling, down through the wall, 20 meters that way, 8 meters that way, and comes back 4 meters, then goes towards the house another 3 meters, and finally to where the hot water heater was. So you could imagine it took forever for that water to show up. Now it shows up in no time. That was part of this refit, is to make it a little more efficient, and that it did, 100% it did. So we have here now is the heat pump hot water heater. Highly recommended, super, super, super efficient, right? So we'll step in back here behind it and I'll show you here. So we have the hot manifold, which is the lower manifold here. We have provision for 2 more cold water sources or hot water sources to go somewhere, but we don't need them right now, so they're just capped off. And then we have the cold water manifold, which is the top one. And like I was saying, don't pay attention to the color of the insulation. It's the insulation that we had that came on some of the pipe, and we installed insulation we had on other pipes. So the insulation doesn't mean anything. So the big gray line that we replaced is this one here. It comes around to a backflow preventer so that the water can only come in and not go out. And it goes through this valve for turning off the cold water for the house. And then this one down here is the feed for the hot water heater. So it has the feed that comes down, and with the backflow preventer, if the hot water expands too much, it does have a pressure relief valve on it. And it has a pressure vessel right here to allow the water to expand, because water will expand when it gets hot. So with having the backflow preventer, you don't want the pressure to get extreme on the hot water side of the backflow preventer, hence the pressure vessel. And then it comes out of the hot water heater, and like I said, goes to the manifold right here. This has become extremely efficient. Because the way the video disappeared and yeah, all that fun stuff, I'm actually filming this a day and a half after I filmed the first part. So I was able to do the installation of the sink and in the kitchen, and hot water shows up within 3 seconds, because the pipe that goes from here to the kitchen is literally like 4 meters maximum. Because here's the hot water heater, right? And in this room right here, the kitchen sink is right there. So if the kitchen sink is here, there's the hot water heater. It's, yeah. So it's quick, really quick. Mom is really impressed because she literally turns the faucet on and the hot water's there. I can see that this is going to save a little bit of money on you know, heating the hot water. Another interesting thing is we've gotten some water in the basement in the past, right? And the hot water heater, by nature and the way that it works, is it also condenses moisture in the air and then drains it. So our floor has been drying off. So you can see there's the little damp mark, but there was standing water, and because it's gotten so dry in here, everything is just drying out, which is a win-win. Because I think it was part dirty water, we're not sure, but we had some water coming through the wall. It's not coming through the wall right now. Win-win. It may have even been from the cold water pipe, because the cold water came in and did go to where the hot water heater was. Doesn't go there anymore. So we're good there. But it has been crazy. Like I said, we have been running full steam ahead. Since, like I said, since we filmed the first part, we have shot foam in some of the holes, and you know, like there's a whole bunch of foam here, which we're going to be having to trim up. She started filling the hole here with pieces of brick and mortar, and Penny's out here looking around, checking it out. And she worked more on filling all the holes, the various holes in the wall. We got the proper end on the clothes washer, so we're not smelling the sewer gas breathing back through. But all in all, it's a win-win, right? So we have started to decommission the kitchen in here. The kitchen will stay here, but it's more for when we're having parties and need to prepare food on the spot or keep food warm. That was the idea of the party room. So we are now operating back out of our original kitchen. It's been great. So yeah, we are moving forward. And like I said, now from here on out, the -1 step, it's all going to be done by us. So you'll get all the action footage. You'll get everything step by step as we go. And I'll get that footage out to you so that you can see what the renovation process here actually took us, because it has been crazy with the plumbing, and I didn't shoot any of it because I had the plumber here with me, and as I've said many times, and I've said it in this video as well, they like their privacy. They don't like to be filmed too much, which is understandable. Look forward to a lot more content coming your way, and a little more structured, because of the ebb and flow and working around somebody else's schedule. Of course, the footage has been sporadic for the last, we've been working on the plumbing now 3 weeks, I think it is, in the evenings after the plumber does his day job. He's been coming here, and we've been doing the plumbing in stages each evening. And so it's been difficult because I work a day job, and so I work the day job, then at night we're doing the plumbing, and then I have no time to shoot footage because there's really no footage to shoot, because I can just shoot the results of where we end up for the day. And then I have no time to actually do the editing. So now that all the time's my own and we're working back on Mikey's schedule, hopefully we can have the content out more regularly. I apologize for that, but hey, if you want to see where we're going and how this all pans out, click that like and click that subscribe, so that you'll find out as soon as we do some of this. It'll give you that notification if you click the notification bell. But I'm gonna get going. I gotta get this one in the can, because man, I owe you guys a video. And yeah, I already have footage of doing other stuff that I gotta edit as well. So I love each and every one of you. And like I said, if you haven't, please click that like, please click that subscribe. And my motto, if you're thinking about family or friends, especially this time of the year, coming into the holidays, give them the WhatsApp or the WhatsApp. You know you'd love to hear from them. Well, they'd love to hear from you too. So until the next installment, auf Wiedersehen.